It's 5 o'clock and we're off the clock with B. Scott. Today we got two special guests. We got Frank West and Nick West. You may have seen these guys from our race series where we're racing boats, 660 drag racing them. And these guys are something to deal with out there. But now you may see them in West Performance Marine. We're super happy to have these guys. Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for
I mean, you guys have really shook it up over the last couple of race seasons, and now when you say that these guys are a force to be reckoned with,
absolutely. I mean, these guys from the Jonesboro area, and they drive all the way down to Louisiana, every year, every race, and they compete. Probably one of the most straight up, honest folks that we know, and especially in the race world, because the race world
and working hard at it too.
Yeah, they work so hard at it, and Bryan Jessen's been friends with him. They hunt with him up there.
Long time.
You guys hunt up there.
Yep.
I mean, everybody knows who Bryan Jessen is, right? He's the guy that does all the crazy shit on Havoc.
Yeah, if you look at any video that involves jumping, turning, wrecking, anything, you can tie Bryan Jessen to it.
Yeah, and now Bryan Jessen had an opportunity to buy into the company, so he's now an owner. Which is awesome for everybody. Bryan
and the champion of the whole runner.
Yeah, I mean he's a champion of
legend.
I mean, why wouldn't you want Bryan as a partner, right?
I don't know. He's wild.
He bleeds green, right? So he's been really important to us, and in the racing world, and he's been wonderful. To help us grow.
Yes,
and, has the drive that you just can't purchase.
Yeah, you're not going to find yourself another Bryan Jessen, that's for sure.
No. Bryan Jessen's a special guy for sure,
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how you got into the race scene. So it seemed like y'all first got into it, and you struggled for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Tell us about how you got into it.
So when I started, at first, my first ever having anything to do with racing, of course, I did the sandbar stuff and, local river every weekend. And, of course, you're the hero there. You're the Michael Jordan of the sandbar. I came to Pineville in 2019 by myself.
Are you looking at Bryan Jessen as the Michael Jordan?
Well, I mean,
no, he's saying he was at his sandbar.
At the sandbar,
he was the Michael
sandbar,
Jordan.
I was the Michael Jordan of the sandbar.
Yeah, because Bryan's Michael Jordan too.
Right.
And Tim, sometimes winners look into each other's eyes.
Okay, gotcha.
There can't be two Jordans though.
Can't be.
I came to Pineville 2019 by myself.
Right.
I know Nick Pallarino was like one of the lead drivers for Havoc team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got embarrassed, absolutely embarrassed. Didn't win a race. 2 losses on the trailer Saturday and Sunday.
Half track or what?
Pretty much half track.
Yeah.
So it's a very humbling thing, because you think you're fast. I mean, you think you're fast. You believe it in your heart, and then when you come and race the actually fastest people in the United States, I mean, from Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, everywhere, it's humbling. And
absolutely.
A lot of people would do that and just get destroyed and just not ever want to do it again. And maybe I should have. That would have been, I'd have been way more money ahead.
Yeah, but as you fast forward though, you did really good this year.
Right. And last year was our first full year with Frank. In 2021, I raced a couple races. He had a few people racing for him, and I think the only difference that brought us to the next level is our relationship together, because Michael Jordan couldn't have done it without a Scottie Pippen.
That's right.
That's right.
So, and I think that the way that we work together is what made it all start coming together.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're building a good motor, and y'all are working together, staying with it, and it's really if you watch the videos, on our YouTube channel, you can obviously see that you're kicking ass.
Absolutely, y'all are putting in time. That's key to it. It's just grinding and breaking motors and fixing them and just moving ahead.
Right.
Takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of time at the shop. I mean, guys, I sit down and write numbers down daily, and configure what I think may work, may not. We try it. If it don't, we go to something else.
It's hard work. It's a lot of dedication, to want to win.
Props. I mean, you guys know we all do it together here, and It isn't just to throw it on there and run it and you're good. It's just a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort.
Yeah, especially now since the Pineville and all the race community, Havoc's kind of came together a little bit, There's 15 Mod 40s out there running around. So it's kind of helped everybody to kind of work together in a way. And it kind of helped, B. Scott noticed it. It's kind of fast forward the technology of the whole designs. It's actually fast forward the making adjustments faster and quicker. It's gave us, because you got 14 people out there running around
that are doing nothing but R&D.
Right.
Yeah,
So
trying different things.
that's right. So
And there was a time with this when you would show up out there and there were some gimmies.
Yeah.
You could make a pass and mess up. You could make a pass and still win.
Yeah.
And those gimmies,
You're not getting a gimme
Yeah.
anymore.
they're gone.
Yeah.
They're
I
gone.
mean, you
They-
remember, Brian, you won the Mod 40, right? Mod 40 Light.
Yeah.
And the RDB drag, though, famous RDB drag. So, everybody at this table has been
Yeah.
part of this racing. Matter of fact,
That was in 17.
hell, everybody here has raced. I've even raced, right? I was put on the trailer, second time?
And that was the first year that I raced. So we actually.
I even
Was
raced.
that
one.
19
That was
20?
That was 2019 because
Yeah.
the time that I showed
Yeah.
up is when Tim raced.
Oh,
The
yeah.
first time we ever went to Pineville with Havoc was 17.
Yeah.
So 2007.
So the first race that I raced at was in 2019. You had a Destroyer Gray Marsh Runner.
Yep.
And I had a
With a
regular
90.
hunting RDBST.
Yeah.
And at the time, that's all there was
Yep, that's
as far as
right.
performance.
That's right.
So that's how far we've come since 19.
Yep. And
It's amazing.
Yeah, and I had like 200 pounds of amp and speakers and wires that tied to underneath my deck.
Interior lights. I mean,
I didn't
trim
care
package.
I didn't care about winning the race. I just want to float the nose across the buoy.
you had the sexiest boat, and you
I
probably
did.
laid down the slowest time.
I did. I got beat by a shrimp boat. I mean, it was horrible.
It had,
It was
like,
horrible.
But at the end of the
Reels off
pass,
the
you could
back.
turn on the music.
Yeah, I did. I did turn on the music. I think it was
Yeah.
Michael Jackson or something. I
Yeah.
didn't care.
you did
Beat
look
it.
the coolest.
You look good.
I
looked the
did
coolest.
look good. The whole story. I was hoping I'd get drawn against B. Scott.
Oh yeah.
That'd been the end of your. That'd been the end of
Father,
it.
son.
I was just going to ram his ass, But I was hoping to get drawn against B. Scott. It never did happen, and unfortunately, I got beat by a shrimp boat.
What would you think about maybe getting in a little bit this year?
I mean, I might.
I mean, dude, you can run in the sportsman's class.
There you go.
Good.
You could be our sportsman class
I'm a
night.
sportsman driver now.
Well, I mean, I guess you can run whatever class you want to run.
What
I
are
mean,
you weighing now?
I mean, you can run outlaw.
Yeah.
Oh man,
What do you weigh now, Tim?
I weighed myself this morning. I weighed 210.
Yeah, you've lost.
Wow.
You've lost quite a bit
Yeah,
Dang.
since I've seen you last. year.
yeah, I'm back on the wagon. I fell off in November chasing deer.
Yeah.
And
It's
eating-
easy to do.
yeah, I was chasing deer and eating stuff.
Holidays.
Yeah, holidays. You start feeling sorry for yourself, so you start piling the food.
getting tired of eating at the end of it. You're sick of it.
Yeah, by January, I was like, man, I'm so tired of eating. But yeah, I've lost quite a bit of weight, and Frank, you've lost a lot of weight
Frank,
too.
y'all both have.
It seems like our whole race team is losing weight.
I mean,
It's like this is a new kick in it.
Look
Exactly.
at Quentin. He's unrecognizable if you look at him.
He is.
Yeah, I
He-
think
he's
he's lost
trying to-
like 50 or something.
He's trying to crawl his way into the fishing outlaw
Yes.
class.
It's the outlaw class doing it to us. It's not the food.
Maybe
it's
as
outlaw.
much weight as y'all have, we could throw you both in a boat. Y'all could team race.
Hey,
And not have to add any weight.
I think we should change something up this year. We should do something like that.
Maybe
Yeah.
a team race coming. Maybe
Be
we'll
cool.
see.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about, I think we should bring the whole runner race back.
Yeah, you could bring it back.
Hey.
You could bring it back. I like the team race too.
What you
Maybe
think? What you
maybe
think,
one
Frank?
guy runs the trim, one guy
I think
runs
there
the
could
tiller.
be a lot of change and a lot of stuff in that direction.
Well, just a little sneak peek. I mean, would you be interested in helping with the whole run?
I'd love to.
A real home run race and do it
I'd
the right,
love to.
and do it the right way.
Yes.
Where would y'all want to run it?
Well, Bryan Jessen knows a place to run it. I mean, you guys know where to run it.
Oh, we got places to run it for sure. If we can keep water, that's the big thing.
That is a big thing this year. Have y'all been duck hunting a
Dry
bunch
year.
this year so far? Haven't you?
Yes.
Try you.
Been trying to.
How's the water for y'all?
No water, no ducks. I mean, it's grim.
Do you think it's cold enough for the ducks to be here? They're just not.
Well, it is. It's becoming. It will be soon, and we'll see. But I feel like we had a good push of birds early. There was no water to keep them.
Yeah.
They moved on.
It's just hard to hold ducks without water.
I mean, do
You can't.
you think it's just a water situation, or how about Arkansas game fish? I mean, what's up with Arkansas Game and Fish? What are they doing? What are they doing to help the situation? I mean, they obviously know duck season sucks, right? They don't mind taking our money, huh?
There's been a big push towards all that, and less water. They're trying to save the trees.
I mean, here in
That's the
Havoc
idea.
World, we sell a boat, we give somebody customer service, right? So they're taking their money. So what's Arkansas Game and Fish gonna do about it? What do y'all guys think?
I don't know. You hear all this about Missouri. You know what they're doing with the crops and everything. It's like, what are we doing?
Well, I mean, you hear a lot of stuff in Missouri. You hear a lot of stuff in Oklahoma.
There's a lot of misinformation out there.
Yeah,
too.
and then in
Kansas.
the new flyways moving west. But I mean, what is the real story? What's really going on with the ducks in Arkansas?
I think there's, in my opinion, I started hunting Dave Donaldson when I was 10 years old. They walked me across the old walk footbridge there at Hubble, and it was amazing. He was there and out. This ducks galore. People went in, volunteers, people that hunted this place all their life back then, and then that are now, or about quit now. But back then, they took care of it along the way. They helped take care of everything in the WMAs. That's all been changed.
What's been changing about it? I mean, how are they not taking care of it? I mean, what are they? What are you
Just
seeing?
new rules and regulations has stopped a lot of it, and a lot of it is in my opinion, what I've seen is mismanagement. There's a lot of that. A lot of misuse of funds.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
I can see that.
that the taxpayers pay, that we all pay for them to do this job. It's not like that they're on their, they fend for themselves. They don't. This is a federal aid project. Each WMA is, and it's funded by the people for the people. It's pitiful. It's sad. It's very sad when you look at it, when you go there and you see what they're doing and what they have done, in my opinion.
Right.
Now, this is merely just my opinion, but it's one I see and I've seen, and it's pitiful.
I mean, we can all say that we were growing up. Your dads take you duck hunting. You learn to duck hunt from your family, and it's in Arkansas, duck hunting is a big deal.
It's a heritage.
It's what Arkansas is known for.
That's right. So when people start dealing, when the government starts dealing, affecting people this way, that means a lot to these people.
It does.
And we are paying for a service that we're not getting. So I just hope it gets better. But what we're seeing now is like we don't see any kind of like, hey, we're going to make it better. This is what we need to do.
And this is going to directly help us. Kind of deal.
I mean, I'm hearing this all over Arkansas.
You see this with a lot of government entities. This is public.
Yes.
Public. They call them wildlife management areas. This is public.
Yes.
Public owned.
Mm-hmm.
But it's to the point anymore. It's so restricted.
Yes.
You can't go out there and be legal. I mean, you can't show up and be legal.
Hardly, yeah.
At a WMA.
No. These guys are looking for revenue getters from someone. I mean, that's one reason why if we go hunting public, yeah, we hunt, but it's like you got a checklist. You're like, okay, make sure this.
It takes a lot more to go hunting than it used to.
At what point does it become the experience of duck hunting, bringing people to a natural state to duck hunt?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's not cheap either.
When have they lost? I mean, they've lost what they really are supposed to be providing.
In reality, it's nothing about the value of all of being there, the hunt. It's about what can I do to manipulate them to make me more money.
Yes.
And it's a fact.
And we donate a lot of money to Arkansas Game and Fish. I mean, you see our advertisements, you see our donations, you see our
Look in the magazines. We're
look
there.
at the magazines.
Most definitely.
Look at
And we're
Arkansas
not
magazine.
anti-game and fish. We appreciate the game.
we
and
are.
fish.
We're very grateful.
But they do need to stand up. They need to do what's right, and they need to provide a service to the people that they sell to.
Yep.
That's their obligation. I don't care who you are.
Things need to change.
That's right.
And
things need to change.
if you ask me today, at my age, if I could give you a good given reason or a positive about what the Arkansas Game and Fish has done for our WMAs, to this day, in 20 years, I can't give you what they have done to make them better.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, honestly, that's my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I totally agree with that. And, you know, we could talk about this for hours.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
days,
could.
weeks, months, years. But it boils down, what they've kind of tried to preach and say is we're trying to save the timber. We're trying to save the timber. This flooding, too much water is killing the trees. That's all. This is what the goal is. This is what they're saying.
Yeah, but
okay?
are they cutting the trees?
Here's the deal, though. Here's the problem. Water might kill a tree, but a chainsaw kills it a whole lot faster.
It absolutely does.
Exactly.
And that's my issue.
Yeah.
We're saving these trees,
Yeah.
but in the same sense, we're going to cut them down.
Yeah. Yeah.
These trees, I mean, they're cutting 100, 150, 200-year-old oak trees, white oaks, red oaks. They're cutting them, and they're gone. That tree, I'll never see that tree grow back. You'll never, your kids, our kids' kid. I mean,
Never.
They're taking, that's my issue.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
taking,
Totally.
No, our lifetime, we'll never see that.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes
It's
so long
gone.
for
There's
that
holes
to
that
grow
we used
there.
to hunt last year. Old friend Troy Ratliff, hole we hunt all the time. Pre-season, I didn't go look. I just hoped that it wouldn't be scalped from the timbering. I tell him to meet me there. He gets there a little before me. Well, I see him driving back and forth on the boat run. Can't find it. What's wrong? I pull up. He said, I can't find the hole. I said, we've hunted this hole 500 times. What do you mean? He said, I can't find it. So I start trying to find it. I can't find it. This is like you walk into your bathroom. You know where your bathroom is.
Right.
Absolutely.
I can't find it. The reason I couldn't find it is because it wasn't there. They took it. It's gone. They cut all the trees, and there's nothing there. It looks like it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So when does the
It's gone.
So when does Game and Fish become responsible? I mean, what are they doing? I mean,
I
they're
don't
taking your
get
money.
it.
They're taking your money. They're playing around with y'all's playground, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And not just ours.
Yeah.
And this isn't about me, us locals at all. For me, it isn't.
Yeah, but it doesn't belong to them. It doesn't belong to
No,
them. The land
no.
doesn't belong to
It-
them.
it doesn't even
belongs,
belong
It belongs to the people.
To the people.
That's right. So it doesn't belong to them. So they have no business doing that. They can manage it, but they need to listen to the people, right?
Most definitely.
You know, that's what's wrong with this country.
There needs to be checks and balances.
Nobody's listening to the people nowhere.
Yeah.
That's right.
It doesn't matter.
110%.
It doesn't matter if it's in Arkansas Game and Fish. It doesn't matter if it's in Washington D.C. Nobody listens to the people.
Exactly.
You know,
It
so-
needs to go back to God's guns and glory.
That's right.
That's where
Yeah.
it needs
Right.
to go.
That's definitely what we believe in.
And I know another thing too. When you talk about there not being a lot of water, you know, for boat builders, that's a rougher season for boat builders.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're not
Boat
going to
motor
go.
builders.
Absolutely, you're not going to go nowhere and not hit stuff with your boat. You know, it shows what these boats are really designed for. You know, and the strongest boat's going to win.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is in our world, you know.
Absolutely.
But it does support dealers and marine dealers. And
And real quick, going back to that, the management, right back around. I mean, there's so many ways. And you guys, I challenge each and every one of y'all to at least watch these videos that they post on YouTube and watch them from the first one to this last one. And you're all going to be like, wow, whoa, hold on here. I just caught him saying this, but then now they're doing this. I see this print up here, and now it's different from this one. This is supposed to be what it's progressed to be, but this is the old map. Yeah. There's so much there that you can catch that is not even for what it is the truth.
Yeah.
This management on these duck holes, like you're talking about the holes and the boat motors. There's trees that were cut up years ago, left in the boat runs. Back in the day, people would go up there. We'd get them out, help get them out of the way. Mm-hmm. You can't do that anymore. Well, Game and Fish, you tell them about it, they'll go get it cut, but they'll leave it lay. You got young kids. This is a safety issue. Mm-hmm. You got mom and dad wants to buy Johnny down here a new boat, a brand new Havoc, new 4-stroke, Tohatsu, set him up. Him and his buddies goes down there. He's young. He got his boater's license, but he's young. He jumps in Bobby Joe run or runs up white line, jumps up and go down zero hole. They're running along there pretty good. Got two of his buddies in the boat. ticking along, good water, but not enough water. He hits that log, throws him up into a tree. Hey, that log should not be there.
No, it should not.
especially
cut up
especially
on
if
the left
everybody knows about it.
Well, it's kind
know.
of weird that there's not enough water to actually get where you want to go safe.
That seems like more of an issue than
This is
than
where this
all
has
of it.
started. We're going to lower the water 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches. And then if you watch these, like what Frank was referring to, some of these, podcasts or really just presentations they do, this doctrine that they put up will be worst case scenario.
Yeah.
We're going to just do away with this WMA, and they're kind of selling panic.
Yeah.
Because in anything better than that,
Yeah.
anything they back
Oh,
off,
it's a plus.
anything they back off will be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
let's just settle. Well, okay, it's not so.
Yeah, they just give you a little bit of good stuff.
Just a little bit.
Good little stuff and keep you focused. Kind of like the reason why the Democrats lowered the gas prices also. But anyway, so let's go on to something else. We won't talk about that. But
Well, on a positive note, let's talk about something that's good right now, and that is your new performance marina. You want to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, so me and Frank and my nephew Caleb, me and Frank, of course, have been doing it for years. And then I'll be honest, like we were testing last spring and summer a lot. Mm-hmm. And going to the water testing, my nephew Caleb, he kind of got more interested in it. He used to be in the past, and then he kind of got back into it. And he's like, hey, I want to come watch y'all test. And I was like, okay. And he had a different hull manufacturer, different boat. He came, and I said, hey, do you want to drive this Mod 40? It's been years since you've been behind a built Merc and in a boat. And he's like, yeah, let me make a couple passes. He made a couple passes, pulled it back up on the trailer, told me and Frank, I've got to have one of these. Mm-hmm. I've got to have one of these. So the next week, he drove 4 hours away to Conway, bought a Mod 40, and started racing last year. So now he's kind of joined the team. And what me and Frank were doing, of course, Frank has built motors forever. Mm-hmm. And, people come to the shop, and they started asking. We got a lot of questions on, like, these young kids, like, setting up boats.
Yeah.
They buy a new boat, and it may be hopping, it may be doing this and that. And, 98% of the time, it's just a setup issue. It's just they have the wrong prop on it. They don't have the jack plate set right, or they've got it on a breakaway, and they've got the motor too high, too low, and they're ready to sell this boat. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with the boat. It's just not the information's not there.
It's the knowledge and the know-how.
So I would just started talking to Frank, and I was like, man, we've got an opportunity here to not only represent Havoc and doing the racing thing and everything that we're doing, but to help all of these people that either have misinformation or not enough information. They've made their purchase already, and they're just not happy because they don't have the information to set it up correctly.
That's right.
So that's the biggest benefit of what we've been doing so far that I see is to have these kids come in there or these grown adults come in there and they're not happy, but it's not the product. It's just the way that it's set up.
That's right.
And that's the same way with anything. If I go buy a brand new Chevrolet truck and I put 38s on it without putting a lift, it's going to rub and do all kinds.
That's right.
You've got to make certain adjustments.
I always tell people, so you can buy the baddest four-wheel drive on the planet, but if you don't put mud tires on it,
it ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna be
it's not gonna work. And I will say, watching you race, it is very obvious that you have your setup fine-tuned. I mean, when you say that the way he comes out of the hole, makes a pass, you are the most consistent on the line, through the track racer that's out there.
It's definitely something to do with his elbow.
Dude.
Look, we got it pulled up. Look at this.
I mean,
I mean, look.
Yeah, watch this.
Yeah. I mean, look. It's almost go time.
See, it's his elbow.
Look how he's locked. Look how he's locked down right there. I mean, he doesn't move. And lining up with Nick, it is funny because we'll be coming in, getting on the line, and you see Nick with the same exact pose, about 150 feet from the start buoy.
Look,
and he's coming in at like 7 miles an hour, and he does not move from that point till the finish line.
People ask me, who is that? And I go, wait, I gotta wait for the elbow. Oh yeah, it's Nick.
It's Nick.
He is focused.
I mean, B. Scott, when you come in, get like you're going to come in. Get in your stance.
I'm sitting in my seat.
Okay.
And I'm winged up a little bit, but I'm
There
kind
it
of
is,
looser
right
than he
there.
is.
That's B Scott. That's
All right.
B Scott Nick right
Nick,
there. Huh?
get in your stance. Let's see your stance. All right. Y'all are both coming to the line right now. All right. What changes? I mean,
1 second, 2 seconds.
I mean,
Twist.
Who beat this one? Who? Did, oh yeah.
I mean, Nick twisted his wrist.
Yeah.
B. Scott didn't move a lot either.
No.
I mean, I got absolutely gapped right here.
Definitely.
Guys, can we pull up a better.
You think maybe
better
they
depth
picked
clip?
that video?
Hey, do you not got a little better, closer?
Yeah, y'all are
than that?
fired. That's bullshit.
You know what I mean? Fuck.
I mean, I came out of the hole pretty good. I
I
mean,
mean, yeah.
Dude, this adrenaline rush.
Is this the same clip?
This is a little better clip.
this is.
All right, you see, we
that's
both
right.
transitioned about the same
That's
time.
right.
so-
That's right. That's right.
But man, and there's a lot too racing that
There-
comes with moving the body weight. It's a big factor.
That's
of the
what
boat.
I mean. I drive the boat. Frank don't, but when we test, I mean that's a part of testing is where you're sitting in the boat.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Hang
don't.
on, look at them guns, dude.
And you test how you run.
Yes,
I mean, it's
yes.
no different.
That's it.
Fight like
The-
you train like you fight.
The reason why you see my elbow jack, first off, I've got super long arms. We have a big tiller, but I use that to my advantage because I sit in the closest I can get to the center of the boat, the more consistent it's going to be, and especially if I have rollers, as far as like
Because you're riding on a V.
right.
Yeah, you're riding on a V.
I've noticed, off V box, it likes me in the center of the boat, and then with my big tiller, I slide back. I can have it. I can pretty much steer it. I'm holding the throttle, but from my arm to my chest is what's keeping the tiller straight.
Smooth
So,
is fast,
yeah.
fast is smooth.
Yeah, it's a lot of torque too. You know, man, that thing's been a
It
lot
is.
higher.
But yeah,
You know?
you're definitely the
Turn it
most
up.
distinguishable racer out there
Well,
coming in with your
had
battle
a,
stance.
Definitely had a good year this year.
You did.
Definitely had a good
Yeah,
year
we
this year.
did.
You
We're
know?
looking forward to we are definitely looking forward to next year too.
Yeah, it's going to be fun next year.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
You guys were the talk of, I would say, every racer there, 150 class. I mean, it was a talk. Do you see yourself trying to get into the fishing outlaw class and competing with it this year?
That has been the discussion of, like I said, Caleb joined us and, we were racing the 130 and the 150 class. I think we're going to try to concentrate on 150 class and may try outlaw. I've got to lose some weight in between now and March to help make that happen, to help us be more competitive.
I'm so
how much
glad
weight?
I'm so glad you volunteered yourself because, all right, the boat needs to lose weight.
Yeah.
a lot of them says, "Hey, build me a lighter
Yeah.
boat."
How much weight
I'm
is
like,
that?
get off the cheeseburgers. You know what I'm saying?
Honest,
Help
I
me
mean-
out.
Okay,
How much weight?
This
we
is a
talking
group
here?
effort.
realistically,
Like, come on,
I'm
just hit me with it.
realistically, I'm going to say 20 to 25 pounds that I can lose between now and March if I get serious like now.
Like starting after the podcast.
Like starting
yeah,
right
like
now.
starting tomorrow.
like
I
on
bet
the
you
way.
$100 bill that y'all go eat somewhere on the way home.
Oh, well,
Some
that's why I
diet
said
air.
starting tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow. So he already knew it. He already knew it.
That being said, we did run a couple outlaw races just to see kind of where we stood at
Yep.
the weight we were at,
Right.
and
Well,
we ran really damn good. Like,
So you're saying weight. So explain to the audience what you're talking about weight. I mean,
As far as
we're
the
often
class.
talking about the outlaw class, right? So
Yeah, the outlaw-
Kind of explain to everybody what we're talking about because right now, just everybody thinks we got to take a diet for some reason.
right. So the outlaw class, the fishing class, the 130 and the 150 you have to weigh 1,000 pounds. That's boat, driver, prop, everything. As soon as you pull out of the water, you have to weigh 1,000 pounds. So if you look in my boat, we usually run 2 gallons of gas.
Hold
And-
on. You say outlaw class?
No, well, the fishing class,
Okay.
the
Okay.
130 and 150, you got to weigh 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
If you look at my boat, you got your gas tank, 2 gallons of gas, so 15, 16 pounds. And then I've got a weight bar in it that I've got positioned. Like I said, we test that on the V boxes where the weight bar's at and where the
Strategic
weight's
weight.
at.
Yeah.
But I mean, I add 30 pounds, 20 pounds plus my gas.
And see, what that does is make it competitive for everybody to race. But back in the day when Bryan Jessen was the king, there wasn't a weight option. You didn't have no weight limits. So that's why Bryan Jessen was the
Well,
boat jockey, because he was so
And
skinny.
That's what I love about
Right?
that. Right. I mean,
Right.
it's just like jockeys on a horse.
I mean, I think he weighs 85
You don't see
pounds,
any
you know?
fat horse jockeys.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if I bring a boat to a race, if I bring my Mod 40 and it's got to be this compression, and I'm racing against Bryan Jessen and it's got to be this compression, and there's no weight limit,
Yep.
why would I even?
And
race?
he don't even have to have as much compression as you.
no.
Exactly.
He could beat you with a
So
lesser
it's-
motor.
Yeah, weight's huge. Weight's
Right.
huge. That's what I like about the 1,000-pound classes or the weighted classes, because it brings everybody
Fair.
fair.
Right,
Like
right.
now, it's just set up and prop.
That's what
and
life's
motor.
about, being fair.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Let's not talk
Well,
about
I'm
that,
glad we
but-
don't.
You know what I'm saying? But what it has done for us, not only did it make it very competitive for everybody else to enjoy the sport, right?
Yes,
But it's also grown the sport, right?
Well, it cut out. Yeah. It
Right.
cut out people bringing gutted boats to the races.
Yeah.
and stuff.
That's-
Now, I mean,
It
that's-
gave everybody a
Level playing field.
Somebody drive for 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, and they spend $500 to $1,000. They show up and they're like, hey, you know what? I got a fair shake at this because everybody's weighing 1,000 pounds.
And not
You know what
only
I mean?
not only that, for the guys to go and build or buy these custom race boats, it allows you to just go pick up a boat that you can multi-purpose with
Right.
and still compete.
oh
Yeah. And that's what we specialize in. We're actually racing with a production boat.
right.
And
that
that's
everybody can buy, and
Yeah.
that's what's so special
Yeah.
about Havoc. It's like supporting something like this with something that everybody can buy.
Yes,
You
this
know what I'm
isn't
saying?
something that's special.
Yes.
It's not. We're not building these gutted boats just for us. Like, you can go buy a boat off somebody's lot today, bring it tomorrow,
To the race.
slap a setup
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we're running,
And that was
'Cause
what
you
was
can use
said.
that as an example.
That was what was
And you'll
said.
be
So many
right
times,
there.
oh, this is a hand-picked boat. This is that. I mean, the boat comes off the production line from a dealer, and you can go race it. It's not like it's
That's
picked
right.
out
Then
of
it-
a bunch,
then
made
it-
special, and all.
Right.
Yeah, then the boat goes to a specialist dealer like you guys that specialize in it, or it goes to, Quentin, or we got them all over the place now. Half our race team is dealers now, so they're supporting the brand, they're supporting the sport, they're growing it, they're educating people.
And not only that,
And
look at the
that's-
families that it supports.
Oh, absolutely.
Along with it.
You see
I mean,
kids running
that's-
around eating
absolutely.
hot dogs and everything else.
I mean, it's a family deal.
It is. It's definitely grown the sport. I mean, I remember back in the day when we decided to do this that we got a lot of slack over it. You remember? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
It's going
Oh,
to ruin.
big
It's going to ruin the sport. It's going to do this. Everybody thought they had a, what it was going to do, but it basically put everybody in the same boat, and it allowed the drivers and the motor builders to speak for their talent.
Yeah. I mean, do you see how much more interesting it is now
Oh,
compared to 4 years ago or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
You showed up.
Oh, yeah.
There may be 3 boats in a field,
Yep.
and you knew who
Yep.
was going to win every
Yep.
time.
Yep.
Why would you? I mean, you knew
Yeah.
who was going to
That's
win.
not
Yeah.
something you're going to go and get into.
So that's
Yeah.
that's where the rules come in play. Every racing league in the world has a set of rules to maintain.
Right.
And that's the same way with this.
Well, I mean, you got to have rules in society. You got to have speed limits. You got to have rules. It's when the rules, it's when the rules benefit other people is when they become an issue.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Arkansas Game and Fish. But let's forget about that. But, anyways, let's fast forward this, and we want to know why your wife calls you Quick Nick. We want the official.
I mean, I want to hear it from.
And
I wanna hear from her.
I believe there's a mic up there. and
Okay.
we're gonna
I wanna hear
We're
from
going to
her.
hear from your wife.
I'll give you my answer.
We wanna hear hers first.
and then you can hear the truth. Okay, my answer
Oh, okay,
is
okay.
we've been talking about racing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about 660 and,
Yeah.
and making quick passes. So in a race, the faster pass you lay down, the better.
Don't
So-
tell me you
But
ju-
it's not
don't-
about your pass. Is not about time. It's about the quality of the pass, right?
Don't tell me.
That's right.
So that's what I'm getting at is why should we spin this off in a bad way? Quick Nick, it's about the
you telling
quality
me-
of time that I am there.
Are you-
How good of a job am I
Are
doing?
you telling me you brought the V-Box into the bedroom? Is that what you're telling me? You telling me you got so bored on the water you brought the V-Box into the bedroom?
No, I ain't got to that point
many-
yet.
Okay, because I think that's what you said.
How many RPMs you pulling?
It's a lot. I don't even know if I got a tag at a
you
man
said,
on
hey,
that.
check this port job out, buddy. You know what I mean?
Anyway, we got a mic
All right,
up there.
all right,
I'd like to hear the true story.
I want to hear your true story. Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure that I'll give y'all the answer you want, but he's pretty quick in all his areas.
Yeah, that's not the answer we wanted.
He's pretty consistent
Okay.
on the water and at home.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
His whole shot's good.
It only varies by a tenth at max.
Are you telling me that old Nick runs out of prop a half track?
I don't know. It's hard to keep up with him.
That's right. That's right. We wonder why his.
Do y'all
whole
ever
shot was so
struggle
good.
on who says go? Do you give him the punch or do you take it?
No, he's always first.
Well, I'm glad because Nick, we got you a little going away present.
Oh, yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for coming today.
Oh,
Little air horn.
Dude, I thought that was in a video. I heard that earlier.
No, that was me.
I thought that
me.
was in the
Yeah.
video they were showing us.
That's not for racing, really. That's for the bedroom.
Oh, yeah,
I just
we'll
want to
keep it
make
in there.
sure, you know. that's-
That'll be a little more interesting.
Hey, you start the clock with that and you end with that.
Well, you know, he's gonna get home on the way home. He's gonna be thinking about that V box. You know, Tim had a good point.
That is an idea.
We could V box the situation.
Or really,
and improve on my.
we can really break this data down. I can plug it into the computer and we can find out all kinds of information.
Yeah, I
We'll,
can tell
we'll
you.
watch the chart.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly when I run out of prop, baby.
I feel like in a week he's going to holler back and be like, that air horn and V-Box changed my life.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. This is a nice little going away present.
We're gonna get a really shitty email from his wife saying, "Hey, thanks."
I'm
guys."
sick of this blowhorn. I'm just waiting for it to run out of juice.
Yeah.
That works at any time, too.
Oh,
Anywhere in the
absolutely.
house, you
Oh,
just
yeah.
hit it, she knows to go to the bedroom.
No, I guarantee you 100%.
Okay, yeah.
You see what's really...
100%, that's an instant piss you off.
Oh, yeah.
Or make a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, 2 beeps is a sandwich. 4 is meet me in the bedroom.
Oh man.
Laundry's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, golly. She's going to hate you for that. She's going to hate us for that for sure.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry. Sorry.
Good times.
Oh,
Good times.
Absolutely.
I knew something funny was going on. That quick Nick thing. I just knew it.
Well, I tell you what, quick Nick, we'll get back to the races on this part, though. Do you see this season being a bigger season than last year? As far as people showing up and it really mixing it up with the new racers, like you have Bryce. You know, you got some new guys out there, Russ in the Fishing Outlaw class.
Which Bryce, I mean, my God. I
Dude,
mean,
he's pretty serious.
Yeah, I mean, first for races last year, like, they did an amazing job.
Yeah, he's legit. You know, Sean Bounds, his background.
Yeah,
pushing him. I mean,
Sean Bounds helping him, and then, you know, what we come upon last year, you guys at the end of the season, I see it being real competitive, and I do see it growing like you seen the Sportsman class last year.
Oh, dude, he got so big.
Yeah, at first it started honestly a little slower than what I expected, but by the end of the year, mid-season, end of the year, it was like blowing up. So
Well, I think the sportsman's class is really important, though.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
I mean, it is the first step into the water of racing.
I wasn't a believer in sportsman class. The reason why, because I walked into the situation thinking, hey, you know, this is a race club.
Yeah.
right.
You know,
And-
nobody wants to go out there and run a 12 flat. You know what I'm saying? But I was surprised. You know, maybe the videos helping a little bit, maybe the growth. You know, I think that 3 or 4 years ago we would have done that; it would have grown. But I think people are seeing there's an opportunity.
It's starting to become a platform.
to keep moving up, and all the good people that's actually working together. I mean, you show up, and Frank, they can talk to you, they can talk to Cuz, they can talk to Darren. I mean, Bryan Jessen got a lot of experience, you know. I mean, I think people are getting a little more comfortable with the racing environment, and it's growing every part of it.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
you're going to have those guys who, whether it's their job, their family, who may not have the time to dedicate to testing
right.
all the time,
Yeah.
and may not have the money to spend on two-step and MSD and these digital V boxes and all that, who just who just want to come and show up, and they have a ported Mercury or ported Yamaha and run their setup against other similar setups
Yeah,
and have
and-
a chance to win. You know what I
And
mean?
you know, there's not a whole lot you can do in there. So what I find interesting more than anything about that class is the fact that it's driver versus driver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
When you get to that class, we talked about earlier, like setup. I mean, how important a setup in sportsman class.
Yeah.
I mean, you seen Stidham
Yes.
last year. That's how he beat everybody. Was set. He
Setup.
had his boat
That
set
and
up.
props, you know,
And
'cause-
effort.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Effort
it-
goes so far in life,
That-
in any situation.
with anything
but
you do.
Same where
That's
Yeah.
so
applied
hard.
here.
That's so hard to find these days.
Effort.
Effort.
Yeah.
Leave it all on the line.
A lot of people want to go out there and win with the minimal effort.
Yep.
And
you won't.
That's the
You're not
part
gonna.
that separates you from the rest is if you put in the time.
You're
and
not
the
going to
effort.
today. You're not going to in the race world. You're not going to way home. You're not going to
It
in your
doesn't matter.
marriage. In
It
your
doesn't
life.
matter if you're talking about racing.
Doesn't matter what.
Or building boats.
Yeah.
It's the effort that you put
Effort.
in.
Yeah, you put lack of effort in anything in life, and you fail.
Yeah.
You know, you just fail.
That's not the way it's built. You know,
And some people are
real
built
world's
that
not
way.
built that way.
Some people are.
Yeah, I mean, and you see that now. You know, a lot of this
Yeah.
newer generation, they want the minimal effort and maximum results.
Oh yeah,
Well, you know, that's what's so
Everybody-
important about you
Yeah.
being a specialized in setting up boats and stuff. You know, a lot of people either don't have the time to put in the effort, or they just don't want to put in the effort
Right.
to trial and error and all the stuff that you've done along
Right.
the way to
Right.
really tone in and get the experience to know what setup works for what.
Right.
You know,
But I do know more we do these podcasts, more we educate people, more we, you know, a lot of people are seeing us for who we are. You know, because we were misled. I mean, a lot of people, you know, Frank. I mean, me and you talked about it. You know, I mean, you know, you take Havoc. Havoc's up here. They're just bound, winning. You know, we're marketing. We're hitting it. We're designing. We're coming up with new ideas. You know, you form some hate. You know,
Oh, big time.
a lot of misled information. You know, you really just don't know really what an organization is until you really get into it and find out that we're a family-owned business. You know, we got Bryan Jessen and his family. We went hunting together. Or, you know, our family spent time together. And hopefully we're going to spend some time with the race club, duck hunting, you know, go up there. Duck
Most
hunting.
definitely, yes.
And it goes right back to that effort. People do not understand, and Brandon too, but people don't understand how hard Tim works to develop these products.
Well, yeah.
People don't understand the R&D that goes behind them.
Right.
It's easy to see something and copy it,
See the finished product and copy.
but it's
it.
a whole lot harder to design
Well,
it
and
it's
and
even
understand
harder-
it, why it runs that way,
And it's-
and what it does, and what it won't do, and what it will.
It's so
that-
much easier for somebody to stand back here and point a finger without even having any idea or any experience, or should you say any, you know, without you even having trying it, without
Yeah.
even
My-
experiencing what there
The
is out there.
technology that is in these boats now. Look at a 1542 War Eagle when it came out to where we're at now.
Oh man,
Right.
it's
Dude, it's Learjets. I mean, it's insane. The technology that's in a duck boat now.
Well, from
A duck boat.
from me, like my perspective of it is when I started the races, you know, and especially, you know, this year we were with Havoc, but last year I asked Frank the question. I'm like, you know, you don't see anybody else supporting these events. You know, you don't see any other boat manufacturer supporting these events. Somebody that can come up to Tim or B. Scott and ask him a question right there, like he said a while ago. So I want to be on that team. You know, why would I be on this other team when I see
appreciate
when I see who's supporting these events and who's there you can ask questions, who comes up to our group, even when we had another manufacturer and talk, hey, how's your boat running? You know, you could ask him anything. I don't want to be with this guy. I want to be with the team that
And that's
actually
the
wants to
deal
do
with
something
this.
about it.
You want to be with someone that would take a bullet for you.
Or, yeah.
You know, and that's the deal.
Sure, it's
I don't
like
want somebody
passion,
standing
I
in
mean.
front of me. I want somebody standing beside
Yeah, it's
me.
about you could tell.
I'll walk step in step.
You
with
can
that
tell
Dang right.
talking to Tim and talking to B. Scott that they're passionate about what they do and they believe in what they do, and that's
Well-
the people that
well,
you
you know,
want to work for.
Even though that Shaw's Mod 40 out there running around, right? We're still part of that. You know, so if there's 15 Mod 40s out there, we're watching every one of them. We're still, that's us.
Yeah.
It's part of you.
What do we need to do to help this
And-
guy? You
and
know what I
even-
mean?
and even with
I
us
see
racing.
that.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
When
see
you-
that every day,
when-
not just out there.
When you believe in something,
Yeah.
hit that Mod 40 that we got. Okay, I bought a personal Mod 40. Caleb bought a Mod 40. Frank bought a Mod 40. There's 4 or 5 Mod 40s at our shop now. I mean, I bought it with my own money. Nobody told me to run a Mod 40. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it.
Earning someone's business is worth way more than just giving it to them.
I guarantee you it is.
That's,
That's
the way,
why
And
we're
keeping it's more. You know,
That's what
earning it, keeping
that's
it.
what scares us. You know, a lot of folks are like, hey, we can always sell boats. We can always sell boats. We can always sell boats. Yeah, I tell Brian all the time, Brian, selling boats is easy. what's hard is keeping the customer and maintaining it.
Customer service.
Yeah.
That's hard.
And that because not only do you earn someone's respect first time, but you got to keep it.
You got to keep it.
Yep.
And a lot of people's like, once you earn it, they just go away. He's like, hey,
And
I
that-
got his respect, but no, you got to keep that.
And that
respect,
comes
you know what I'm
with
saying?
coming out with new stuff, and it comes out with
Yeah.
just taking care of your customers, warranting things the way we need to. Just taking
How
care
many
of people.
How many nights have you not slept and you've been on the couch at 3 a.m. trying to figure it out?
I was texting somebody last night at 1:00 about a setup. At 1:00.
That's
Yep.
Tim Scott.
and
That's why I love you.
Yeah. And somebody.
He's a winner.
Yeah.
He's a winner.
1:00
right.
1:00 last night, I was texting some guy in Louisiana.
Yep.
And
And that's
You know,
what it takes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that right there, that shows you the difference of the effort put in and how passionate you are. If you go back and read the stories, you see these things on Kobe Bryant. They're going to these away games. Everybody's at the bar. Everybody's partying. All the other players. They see him walk by. Where are you going?
yeah.
I'm going to the gym to work out.
I'm gonna go shoot hoops.
Yeah.
That's how you become the greatest at
Yeah.
what you do.
You just gotta believe in a product, support your customers, let the customers support you. That's what's happening here at Having Nation for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But this was a wonderful day.
It was.
It
was.
We're coming up there. I call Bryan. You can ask Bryan. I text him every day. Are the ducks up there?
We're ready.
And so, hey,
We-
you say when.
Tell him I'm not lying. He keeps asking if the ducks are there.
It's Frank. I'm asking him every day. My Sika is on go. I got a Sika pile there ready to get wet. You know what I'm saying?
We're into day 40.
40.
Around day 40, and we're usually at about
He asks me every single day.
350, 400, 500 ducks.
Right.
If we kill 100 ducks this year, I don't know we have not killed 100 ducks.
I mean, Bryan told me years he's always killed
Wow.
1,000 ducks a year.
Yeah.
We have a lot of
1,000
times.
ducks to 100 ducks. Oh my God.
I've had
That's a big difference. For
Hey,
sure.
you know what? If you're not killing, you might be riding, right?
I've had more years
I
where we killed
guarantee you.
Boating
I've had
is
more
still
years
fun.
where we killed 1,000 ducks than we didn't. And I mean, Frank's trying to get to 100.
Well, either way, whenever you feel like you're gonna have a good chance of getting to 100, let us know.
So
we'll
what
come
we're
and shoot
gonna
what we
do,
can.
We're gonna get this all ready where it is, and if it progresses to where the water or the weather is all icky, whatever, where we can't make this, we will. But
Well, they're talking about a lot of cold front coming
We
in.
got-
so.
we
Yeah,
got
I mean,
that'd be
Caleb-
good.
I mean, I'm looking at the weather. It's going to get good here pretty soon.
Yes,
And
it's
I'm-
going. Yeah, it's
I'm
coming.
expecting. Bryan last year told me come on. And I was deer hunting or something, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But we had a really good year this year. We killed a lot of deer. A lot
Yeah,
of
we're
ducks.
we're ready.
And
we're ready
we're like,
to-
okay, we're ready to go duck hunting. And so we constantly asking Bryan every day. So
Picked a bad year to get ready.
That's usually,
I'm telling you.
that's usually how we do it.
That's what I'm thinking. Because we haven't duck hunted a lot in the last 4 or 5 years. We've been growing this company,
Yeah.
and the company's been exploding.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
So we haven't really been able to duck hunt it.
I'm ready.
And I'm ready to go duck hunting, and I'm just ready to get out with our people.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Yeah, I'm ready to get it done with y'all.
For
sure.
I'm ready to see everybody at the race club. I was talking to Darren a couple days ago. I was like, I kind of miss you.
Is that weird?
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just ready to see.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to see everybody get
and
caught up.
I'm ready to eat some of his old ladies.
Oh
food.
my gosh.
Hey, I am ready for that.
I'm ready for old ladies food, man.
And what's cool about all this is how it brings people together. There's a lot of people, if not for not just Havoc boats, but the racing in general, the duck hunting.
I
all
never
this,
would've thought-
how you meet and build relationships, and it's awesome.
I never would have thought.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, I ain't gonna.
Blessed.
I mean, it's
Blessed.
blessed.
We are.
We are so blessed. It's amazing from where we were to today, and with you guys and the boats is just. I can't. I mean, I can't keep saying. It's just. I'm shocked. It really.
We're just gonna keep going.
Well,
And
we're having-
guys,
we're having a
every
good
boat
time,
you
too.
see, every boat you see, it's got something that had something to do with Tim Scott in it, and that's the truth, and that's amazing.
Well, I appreciate
And
you. I
hey,
appreciate you.
I'm gonna tell how it is,
Yeah,
whether
I
it's
appreciate
good, bad,
you.
or ugly.
Well, I told you how it was that day. In the
Yes,
gas
you
station.
did.
He did.
And
He did.
I believed it.
Yeah.
And I took it to
Well,
heart.
and that was one of the times where we seen you at your most vulnerable and how passionate you exactly were. Like right then, that's when you know you can see the passion in his eye. You know?
I remember telling Brandon. I seen the boat there. I was like, look, I'm going to tell him.
yeah.
You know, but I also knew you were the type of guys that would listen.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Most
You
definitely.
know, we didn't force anything upon you, and we expressed our feelings, our
And
emotions.
it worked out exactly how
we
it
thought
did.
it was going to work out because we knew who y'all were dealing with, and
Oh, most definitely.
you know, so everything happens for a reason.
And like we talked about, one of my main focuses is when I started doing this with the boating and the racing stuff was to maybe get more people involved in other boat companies
Right.
involved with the whole circle of all this. But I found out that, I mean, it didn't take me long, that it wasn't all about the whole circle of the community, the boating, the people, the longevity of it. It was about certain things, and I don't mean to put it out there like this, but it was more about them people and what they more cared about than it was what we're doing now.
It's about money.
Most definitely.
it's what it
It's
boils
about
down
money.
to.
It's about money.
what it
Nobody,
boils down to.
nobody wakes up tomorrow and decides to get in the boat business.
No.
You're either born with it; it's in your blood. You come from your family. You guys heard me say this on podcasts before. You know, a boat builder is you're born a boat builder. It's in your family. It's not something you just go to school and graduate high
It
school.
took you years to
It's like, hey, I'm going to be a boat builder today. You know,
and it took
goes
you
by,
years
you
to
know what I'm saying?
develop where it is today.
That's right. It takes lots and lots of years, but
And no amount of money can buy that. That's more important, means more to you than
yeah,
Well, you just got to ask, why are they doing it?
yeah.
Like, what's he in it for?
Yeah.
But Havoc isn't what it is today without the customers.
That's right.
Yeah.
It isn't here like it is today without guys like you out there
Without a doubt.
believing in it.
Without a doubt. Every customer is important. They're not a VIN number. And treat everybody with respect and treat them the right way. Open the door, buy somebody a candy bar.
Lead by example.
Lead by example, you know. And
Two speeds in life,
It's doing the right
Off
thing.
and on.
that's right.
and we're on.
And do something unusual and nice for somebody and make them ask why did they do that, then they will return the favor.
Absolutely. You never
So-
never know when you need it.
Yeah. So
I think-
that's about it, huh?
Yeah, I think we'll wrap this thing up. Thank you for coming.
Oh,
man.
Hey,
We
thanks
had
for
a
having us.
Yep.
Absolute
Thanks for
great
having us.
time. And everybody, y'all need to check out our race series on YouTube. Keep your eyes peeled. We got some hunting stuff coming out here soon. And leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and we'll see you later.